tonight. We're down at Galleries of Justice in Nottingham. It's just 5 of us. Massive location. This is the first time we've been out for 6 months maybe. Like I said, there's only 5 of us. They've just gone to place the cameras around the place downstairs, but this is an amazing location. I'll be surprised if something doesn't happen tonight because it is such an active location. But you know, as ever, we'll do our best. We'll do as good as we can, and we'll put the video up when we're finished.
I'd start the investigation tonight. We've just been down to the women's side, women's prison. We've just set up the video down there, so that's running as we speak. And we're going to leave that running for at least 4 or 5 hours, so we'll see what we can get. We've also done a little tour of the other areas. Hopefully, you know, we're going to set a few trigger objects up, a few cameras, and we'll see what we can get. So hopefully, like I say, hopefully it should be a good night, as it's been the first time it's been investigated since Halloween. So you never know. Let's see how we get on. This is where it happened for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just around the corner, wasn't it?
It was. It was here.
Yeah, just here. So, yeah,
Just this spot there.
Yeah.
Oh, got cold right here.
I've got you know,
Just there,
just
just
there.
there.
Coldness as well.
So what did it do here?
Hey?
Wonder what made it happen just here. Was that where he was standing?
There's a scream. I just heard a scream.
Yeah.
A woman screaming.
Well, years ago he came here, right? My mum was stood in this spot right there. I've probably told this story before in the videos, but she was holding hands in a circle like this. There were 4 of them. I stood here. It was similar light to this, and her scarf went up, both sides, up and over her shoulders. So I suppose we ought to start asking a couple of questions now.
Yeah, let's do it here.
Should I turn on this SB11?
Yeah.
That's just on mute at the moment.
Yeah, let's get
Right. Was there somebody here? Will you remember me? Who was able to lift up somebody's scarf and throw it over her shoulder?
Mabel. I've just got the woman's name, it's Mabel.
Is her name Mabel?
She said that she thought she was mad.
Yeah. Was it a lady then?
You getting anything here, Rich?
Yeah, there is a restaurant down there.
No, I heard a woman or like a soft voice.
Yeah. Come on, does anyone want to speak with her?
Is that yes?
Yeah, we're down here tonight. Nobody's been down here for a long while. You wonder where everybody's been? Can you move something here? If I can put my hand out for you, can you touch it? You can move the scarf, you can touch somebody's hand.
Everyone ran, didn't they?
There's condemned number 7.
Let's go in there.
This is your
That's up there.
Not much is dirty behind, yeah. Well,
I heard somebody.
I just said, like that, but.
Like somebody.
I thought that was the next one.
No.
Shh.
Somebody screamed.
Yeah. Down to
This is a condemned man's cell.
Can you shut that door?
Yeah.
We'll do it completely in case can't get out. Go nuts.
Don't worry about the walking talking. Oh, yeah, we've got that case going to.
You should be able to kick stuff in a minute.
You get
I've been dragged out of here before by my arms and legs. No, I couldn't remember anything. I was woke up that hallway up there. The people holding me asking if I was alright. Right, come on in, I've been in here before. Do you remember me?
It's funny, you know, the last time I was here, I picked up a person in here, and it's a guy, and he's been badly beaten by prison wardens, and it's the same person. I picked it up exactly the same. He badly beat or murdered or raped a woman, like Jippy or something, or Jumpy or something like that. But he's in here, and he's probably about 34, 35. Dark hair, very, you know, obviously raggy and whatever, but he's here as well.
Hey then, you Jumpy, whatever Stu said, is that true?
I just see this copper coming in here with the prison. I'm just giving this guy such a good beating with a bit of truncheon. But we're going to beat him before he goes.
Imagine being stuck in here for your last night, man.
I don't think so.
Imagine you just stuck in here.
Come on, give us a sign.
Can you rattle the chains on the floor? I think this is what they were like. Just
Yeah, there would have been, yeah.
Imagine wondering if you're going to go hang or if you're going to get away with going out.
This is the cell where you get hanged, mate, isn't it, if it's condemned?
So,
A lot of us picked up different names. Obviously, there's been a lot of people in here.
big place, isn't it?
It's a big place, but I think it was worth coming back. It's worth a revisit here, because there's definitely something in here. Last time I was here, there was an altar here I picked up, just in here, and there was, she said there's a lot of plague victims that were all laid out. Well, last time I was here, they were all along the side there. I didn't know they were plague, but she said they used to just chuck the people in here and just leave them to rot. Something in here, there's something like a deformed...
I just had a vision of a big spider.
Yeah, like a, well...
It was horrible, like a black multi-legged thing.
No, this is similar, but a bit like, you know, like Lord of the Rings, Smeagol.
Yeah.
Like him, he's down here. Something like that is down here. It's like half human. It would have been born with many disabilities and disfigurement, but he or it is here. There's a creature in here.
Oh, not Barry's imp.
I can hear talking, but then I can hear like a baby's cry. And there seems to be someone moving around, just walking around us.
Funny that, you know. I remember a long time back coming in and someone said something about a baby in there. I don't know if it was a sacrifice or something.
I just hear a baby's cry.
I reckon they said there's a children sacrificed in this. I don't know if I'm making that up.
So what was this? Just like an overspill chucked in, or...?
Can you touch one of us or push one of us just to let us know you're here?
Come on, speak, please. Walk towards me. Bring your energy again.
Please walk towards me, bring your energy again.
Let's go back up.
Just going to say.
Really? Right, we're going to go try down these DEBTORS cells now.
So,
Yeah. It's bizarre though, why they bury them just in this little courtyard. I don't understand that.
Well,
Or was it just to frighten the other? Well, it's not going to, is it? They're going to be sentenced to death or whatever.
they hung and then buried. I think obviously there was nowhere else to chuck them, was it? In Bodmin jail, they buried them in the wall.
So this area here, then, this was for the oldest part of the jail.
This is.
Yeah. Does anybody want to come and speak? Tell us your story, what happened to you? Come on, it feels quite energy here. The energy feels quite high. Does anyone want to speak with us? Come and talk. Stand in the middle of us. They left me.
Yeah.
Somewhere to sit.
It's all odd, isn't it?
Bench. Right, come on now, we're in one of the oldest parts of the jail, in this DEBTORS cell. To be honest, it feels quite a lot better than some of the places, but they said you had no light and fed a diet of bread and water. So if I knock the bench, can we get anything back? Younger in here then? Are you a bit younger man? Is it a younger man? Does this say I'm a debtor? I could say that, if that says that. So you a debtor then, are you telling me you're a debtor? Can you get louder? What? You'd be dead.
There's
Listen.
two voices.
Listen.
Say goodbye to us. Say goodbye. We'll be really happy to say goodbye. Use a bit of energy.
Well, we've just been in the dark cells and me and still on the road. That was an absolute brilliant EVP session. Now, if we haven't got some of the clearest EVPs we've got for a long time, I'll be amazed. Because something was communicating with us in that room. You don't get that very often. So, this is the oldest part of the jail. And I tell you what, it's the best bit, I think. I've never been down here before. I've always sort of dismissed it and should never have done that. Because this is one of the most active, I think. You can feel the energy down there. And when you're in there, the EVPs were just off the scale. Is that the original one?
Probably come round there.
Go on.
Yeah.
Go near that door, that's where it happened.
Come on, can you do the same to me, what you did to Tony's mum?
See the tassel was on his coat. Like that. Let me flick him over. You do that?
Try it on me. My name's Stuart. That's Tony. What's your name?
I don't suppose they'll do it to order, will they?
No. Vibration, so you can...
The crank. That'd be nasty. The crank.
What would you want to tell?
It'd be interesting, it'd be key occupied though, wouldn't it? Anybody in here? Oh, there's a little voice there. Well, who'd be in this cell then, eh? Do that. So what was that?
You used to strap him with your face there like that, tied up, and then they'd whip you up.
Oh, right.
The birch.
Did anybody in here go on the birch? Did you get whipped on the, what's it called?
The birch.
The birch? The birching stool? Anybody on the birching stool? That's a good one.
Come on.
That sounded really good. It was a real
Use a
one.
bit of mine and Tony's energy. Somebody just make contact with us. A nice clear voice, please. Come on.
Do you smell a weird smell? Soap. Well, that was a good one.
Were you ever allowed to?
I think someone just gave the name then, but I wouldn't like to guess. It's something they said.
Were you ever allowed to have a wash? How often were you able to wash in this place?
Right, years ago when we was here, every time the guy asked for the door to be banged, somebody banged the door. Are you still able to bang the door back for us?
The other room, and interested to see if what names you get. We've got 2 or 3 names in here.
Ah, what was that name you got earlier on?
What in here?
No, down in the Dead Man's Cell. What was that name on the
Oh,
board?
Judd.
Diggle.
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 Was you Juggle or?
It was something
Diggle.
like Jumpy Diggle. It could have been. It was a weird name, I said.
There's if you look in the hanging quarters at the name, there's some Diggle.
I said something.
Well, that's
like
just when we was down there, that.
I said it's a weird name.
Would you like to talk with us? Is there a lady called Jane in here? Jane, come and speak with us. That was quite good, wasn't it? Go on, that was quite a strong voice. Who's talking? Who are you talking about? Stuart or Tony? I just seen a white thing go down there, still like a white drifted light. I've gone all cold. You gone cold?
I've been cold while I've been standing there.
Who's around us then? We've got some energy here now. Come on, Jane, if it's not Jane, if it's someone else. I've got the feeling we've got a few females around here, and I think you're getting quite happy about it. I've got this feeling.
Come and talk to us, please.
You like the idea of chatting with us. You suddenly realise we're friendly, aren't you? You want to talk? We'd like to set you free from here. Do you want to get out of this place? I feel really bad for how you were treated. Come on, bring one of your voices through this. Prove to us there's ladies here. I reckon there's 3 of you. You're fascinated by us.
I thought I heard something.
Ladies,
That was female voice, that was.
ladies, come and talk. Have you got somebody in here who's keeping you here? Or why don't you just ignore them? You don't have to work while we're here. You can just talk to us. Was it a busy place? Jane, Helen, Sam, Samantha. Is that correct? Did one of you end up having a baby in this place?
Were you horrible to the women? Did you do things that you shouldn't have done to them? Because you thought you had the power over them?
Were you the man who was responsible for the baby in it?
I know when you'd like see some of the face, you think, well, you...
Just put them in the modern clothes.
Yeah, modern clothes. And we've had it easy, haven't we, really?
I reckon the guards used to just come in here and just kick them. Because they were petrified. If they, I don't think all of them were hung in here. I think it was a threat. And there was even worse than this. I think if you kicked off, you'd end up downstairs in that other bit. I'm pretty sure he used to talk about it. There's no worse than death other than the pit. Is that true? Let me ask you, get the recorder. Hold the recorder, bring some energy in, shall we? There's nothing worse than death apart from the pit. Is that correct? People in here. I said I didn't think they're always put to death in here. I reckon the guards used to come in and just boot them.
That's what I said they did when I told you.
Yeah, well, and I think that they used to talk and say there's nothing worse than death apart from the pit. I think they were scared more of the pit than they were of being hung. He was chucked in that pit and left.
Yeah.
Because at least when you're hung, you're dead, aren't you?
Yeah. And what I said was, that guy, that jiggy guy, or whatever his name is,
Yeah.
the coppers used to come in
Yeah.
and truncheon them and beat them and kick them because they were, you know, because they hated them, so they wanted to kill them here.
You know, the police weren't very kind. You know, they were just thugs in uniform, weren't they? Can you knock anything? Move the chain? Show yourself in a life form?
Explain the chains. Yeah, just bits and pieces again.
Yeah.
Do you know much about the women's area?
Bits and bobs.
Is there free women? Or is that not?
Women.
Is there free? We don't get any. I've got a name, Jane, in there. Sort of Jane.
Yeah. I
Helen.
don't know specifically who was kept down there really, because there's so many, there's lots of records, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Would it, I know it sounds crazy, but would there be like any sort of babies in that bedroom?
yeah, possibly in that
Yeah.
area.
Yeah,
I
it's just.
believe, I've been told
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
a possibility there, yeah. Yeah.
Straight, no, it's alright. It's alright.
Yeah.
But I think the best bit was down in that debtors cell.
Yeah.
I've never been in there before. The times I've been there, I've never really bothered with that. I think that's probably the best bit.
Yeah, it's quite intense for you,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.